guys, it's Madison. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I share my recovery journey from my eating disorder and my life. We get down and have a great time on this channel. So if that's something that excites you, interests you, whatever it is, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss my uploads 3 times a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday morning. Anyway, for today's video, I have decided to do another sit-down talking video. And I wasn't sure if I was going to film this, and then I decided I was going to because summer people travel a lot, and I think it is and traveling with an eating disorder can be really tough. And so I want to share with you guys the 10 things that have helped me while I've been traveling with my eating disorder. Okay, so I wrote them down on my phone so I don't forget any of them. Whoa. Okay, so number 1. Make sure you have a support team when you go on your trip. Make sure you have a good support team. And what I mean by that is make sure you if you're going with family, make sure you have your family members, you have someone that you can lean on when you're struggling, you can lean on when you're having a moment, go to when you need support or you need the help and the encouragement to challenge yourself because you want to challenge yourself but you're having trouble, have them help encourage you. Make sure you have that. If you're traveling with friends, open up to a friend. As hard as it may seem, open up to a friend and just let them know, like, hey, this is going on. I'm going to struggle probably. Can you help me? Can you encourage me? Can you be there for me? And if you don't want to tell someone you're specifically going with, which I highly suggest you do, have someone at home that supports that you can go to and call and text and whatever anytime you're on vacation. Just make sure they know when you're going on vacation and that you're probably going to message them a lot so that they have their phone available. I would suggest having both, and that's what I do. When I went on vacations with my friends, they knew and they were my support system, but I also had my parents at home. When I go with my family, I have my family there, and then I also have my nutritionist at home. So I usually have both, but at least one is good. But it's also, I suggest having both, but it's good to have at least one support system. You should also have a code word. So what I mean by this is this helped me a lot during the beginning of my recovery when I didn't really like talking about it, or like I was embarrassed when I had moments and I didn't really like people knowing when I was having a moment. I came up with a code word or a code look that I used to tell my parents or my friends or whatever, so that it wasn't like I didn't have to come out and explain the whole thing. I just used this phrase, this word, this look, and they knew something was going on. And that helped me a lot. Now, I don't really need that because I'm not really afraid of it. I'm not ashamed to say I'm struggling right now. It is in my head and it's driving me up a wall. But back then, this really helped. And I used multiple words. I just kind of like looked at my parents. I'd call my parents' name and then I'd look at them with like this gloomy face. And they would know instantly she's having a moment. And then I did that, and then I also had, I'm having a moment. I just would say that because that can mean so many different things. It can mean you need to take a second to breathe in, you're struggling with something, you're upset about something, it could even mean you're happy about something. Like, and I'm having a moment can mean so many different things that saying that phrase isn't going to make people automatically think it's something with your disorder. So that's a good one to have. The next thing is make sure you give yourself time to yourself when you're there. A lot of vacations, and this is something I really need when I go places, is to have alone time. And it's super important, especially when you travel with an eating disorder, because you're already traveling with this thing in your head and battling it every single day. And so that's stimulating you, and then being around a bunch of people is also stimulating. And you can get overstimulated if you don't give yourself time to just yourself sit and hang out and relax. And that's something I've had to do, and definitely want to make sure you give yourself time alone, just yourself, when you're on these vacations, because you need time to kind of decompress from all of the fighting you've done all day and all of the stress you were under, and it's a lot, and you need that. It helps a million. The next thing is to not bring your own food. And what I mean by that is when you're going on vacation, and this was hard for me at first, and I will say when I first went on vacation in the beginning of my disorder, I still brought my food. But it's something I've learned to stop doing and slowly just been able to get used to it. And now when I go, I'll bring like 1 or 2 things because I know that they don't have that thing. Like for example, we brought coffee creamer, flavored coffee cream with us because I knew my aunt and uncle didn't have flavored coffee creamer. I knew they just had half and half, and I don't like half and half, so I brought flavored coffee creamer. But I didn't bring like my own meals and stuff like I used to. And that's something I really encourage you not to do, because when you do that, you're setting yourself, you're giving into your disorder because you're staying in that safety net and you're letting it win. And so yeah, you may think you're challenging yourself by going on this vacation and eating different foods, but in reality, you're eating the same thing because you already made your meals. So I really highly suggest you not to bring your own food, like meals wise. You can bring snacks and stuff, but meals wise, it really helps you have a more freeing vacation and a more laid back vacation when you go somewhere and you just eat what everyone else is having. And it's going to be hard at first, because let me tell you, it is hard at first to just let that go and not bring your meals and your food that you like. It's hard. It is hard. And I will tell you, the first time I did that, it was really hard. But this time I didn't bring very much. I brought coffee creamer, and I think we brought some like produce that was going to go bad. But I didn't bring anything else. And it was hard, but at the same time it felt good. Like I felt normal. I felt like a normal person because I wasn't like making my own food or having my own special meal while everyone else was eating the same thing. I got to engage and actually like participate with everyone else and eat what everybody else was eating. And it felt good. I felt like I was actually a normal person again. So this may seem like a daunting task and a scary task, but I promise you that doing it pays so much back in the end. Number 5 is to bring something that makes you happy. Simple as that. Bring something. Whether it's your computer, it's a movie, it's a book, it's a coloring book, music, whatever it is, bring at least one thing that makes you happy so you have that thing to go to when you're feeling upset. Number 6, make sure you pack and wear clothes that you love. Vacations are fun, and you want to wear clothes that you feel comfortable in. Whatever that means for you. New outfits you've never worn, that might be comfortable for you. Outfits you wear all the time might become comfortable for you. It's different for everybody. For me, wearing outfits I love and make me feel good about myself has changed over the years. And as you guys have seen in my videos, I've become less into really flowy things and more into more fitted things because I want to show off my body more. And that's different for everybody. So wear and bring clothes that make you feel good about yourself, because nothing's worse than going on a vacation, being stressed out all day by your disorder, and then going to put on an outfit the next day and it's all the clothes you packed you hate and you don't feel good in. 7 is to not put too much pressure on yourself. Don't pressure yourself so much. 7 and 8 go into each other. Don't put too much pressure on yourself, but still challenge yourself. Those are 7 and 8. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to challenge yourself and to break those rules and break those habits, but at the same time, don't not do it at all. Because if you go on a vacation for a week or 2 weeks and you just don't challenge your disorder those whole 2 weeks, 2 weeks, that's like you're backtracking and you're taking a step back, taking multiple steps back probably, and that's not what you want to do, because then when you get back from vacation, you're going to be at square one again. And you won't, I promise you, in the moment it may seem like not a big deal, but I've done it. And you get back and you're like, holy crap, what have I done? It's horrible. And so don't put too much pressure on yourself, but definitely still challenge yourself and still do things and eat things that scare you a little bit, because that's the only way you're going to recover. You have to step out of your comfort zone to recover. You can't stay in the comfort of your zone and your box and your square. You have to get out of that. And that's what you want to do. You don't want to put so much pressure that every single meal is a challenge, and every single meal you have a fear food and challenge food and a new food rule you're trying to break. But you want to put little challenges along the way. Like maybe before, sort of like think of a few you want to keep tackling while you're there, and then if it changes while you're there, it changes while you're there. But don't over challenge yourself, or you're going to get you're going to put too much pressure on yourself and you're going to feel overwhelmed and defeated. Number 9 is to spend time planning and putting together lists of things you want to do before you go and to get excited. And that's a big one for me, is I love to plan, and it really helps when I like, instead of focusing on like all of the stuff that I have to, like, I'm going to be eating differently, I'm going to be doing stuff that I don't usually do, and Ed's going to be yelling at me and all that jazz. Instead of thinking about that leading up to the trip, I will, like, once I find out where we go, I'll spend time looking up fun places to go and fun places to eat and what to do. I spend time looking up that stuff instead of worrying about what my disorder is going to say to me in the moment, because that gets you more excited than the other thing. Because worrying about what your disorder is going to do to you while you're there is not going to get you excited. It's going to make you feel not want to go. But getting excited, looking up fun restaurants and fun things to do, gets you excited. Because it's like, oh, so exciting. And then the last one is to breathe and relax, because you will get through it and it will get easier. The more and more vacations and the more you challenge yourself on these vacations and foods and everything, whatever you struggle with on vacations, the more and more you do it, the easier it will get. And so you just need to remember to breathe and relax, because these are the moments, vacations and family vacations are moments that you will cherish for the rest of your life. And so that's something that I definitely hold on to on my vacations and trips, is when I can feel myself getting wound up, I just step back, breathe, take a minute, breathe, relax, and I'm like, Madison, you're going to be okay. It's just that. It's just this one thing. It's not going to hurt you. You're going to be okay. Because like I said, these will be the moments you cherish for the rest of your life. And you really don't want to look back on them and only remember being ill and being sick and being stressed out the whole time and being defeated and overwhelmed because of this disorder. You want to remember the laughter and the good food you eat and the fun times you make with family. And I can tell from experience that I don't have, the last couple of years, I don't have enough memories of laughs and fun times and good food because of how ill I was. I'm not going to let my past trips I've taken the past couple of years where I was really ill define what my trips will be like from now on. Those are my 10 things that I think will really help you, and they've changed vacations for me with an eating disorder. Those 10 things have changed my life when I go on vacation. And so I hope that this video will help some of you that are stressed out about vacations coming up. I hope that these will help you, and I hope that you guys will try some of these. If you guys liked it, give it a big old thumbs up. Make sure you check out last week's video. That'll also be down below, and check out my Instagram at Madison Parmiter. Link will be down below, as long as my other socials will also be down below, and follow all of them because I'm on them all the time. And guys, I love you so much, and I'll see you very soon. Stay awesome, stay beautiful, stay strong, my queens. Bye.